Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the latest rendition of the Freddie Fern Show. Last time we went over the top 10 metalcore bands, and today we're going to ask each other 30 gamer questions.
Yeah.
Really tough gamer questions, because we're both gamers, if you haven't noticed.
Mm-hmm. And if you're a gamer at home, well, you'll be able to relate to this.
Hopefully.
Feel free to answer along your own answers and maybe even leave them in the comments so we can talk games.
And if you think our taste sucks, feel free to let us know, and we'll go from there. All right, so for the first question, Fernie Mac, very first video game.
Probably Tarzan on the PC, if any of you guys remember that one.
Yo, I played Tarzan on the PS1. That shit slapped. I wonder if it's like the same kind of...
Was it like side-scrolling, 2D, surfing on trees and stuff?
Something like that. I was like 6. Can't remember.
It's my earliest gaming memory. I loved it.
It's a fond memory right there. Mine would be Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Sega Genesis. I was probably 2 at the time. My sister had the console, and like everyone in my house gamed that shit. Woo! That game is the heaviest nostalgia game for me.
Oh my god, do you guys remember when they put video games in cereal boxes? I remember getting Operation
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah.
And The Lion King, bro.
Yeah.
That was the hottest. Oh,
that's some early
that was
memories.
That dug up some memories. That was probably one of my first games as well.
Favorite character in a video game?
If I'm being real, it's Link. I will always choose Link. To be specific, it would be Link from the N64 games. Who'd you choose?
Zelda. You know that guy with the green hat?
Oh, he said it!
Zelda's so badass.
Alright, question number 3. What's a game that's underrated?
I chose Celeste for this one. It's a good game. If you haven't heard of it, check it out.
It's a Metroidvania, correct?
Yeah, kinda, not really. It's like kind of like that, but more about like agility, like dodging and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was actually
like Metroidvania.
Yeah, but less about combat.
Okay.
And it's more about like just moving,
getting in like a flow mode.
Yeah. And it was
respectable.
actually made by people on the island.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Like it was Vancouver.
It might have been Up Island or Vancouver. It's one of the two.
Yo, 10 respect points up here. I chose Vampire. It's one of the hottest vampire games you can come across because it's the only vampire game you can really come across.
As of recent years,
yes. If you haven't heard of it, go check it out. It's so dreary and so depressing. It's fucking beautiful.
Guilty pleasure game.
Bloons Tower Defense, all of them. I can go hard on those on my phone all day, any day. I also have Bloons Tower Defense 6 on Steam. And also, I'm just going to add in here, I have a really big soft spot for RuneScape, so I'm just going to take an L on that one.
Mine is Gears of War.
Ooh.
Because I was a big fan of that game, the first one, and now when I boot up the third one, it's blowing up their heads and watching people explode. It just feels good.
Something about that shotgun, dude. Shotgun to the stomach and just... Video game character that you feel like you most are like, or you wish that you were like...
I kind of relate heavily to Noctis.
Bro, that's a solid choice.
Because, like, sometimes I kind of, like, rock his hair, and, like, I kind of have that, like, moody, like, emo rich kid vibe. So.
He's not wrong. Well, I had a hard time figuring out a character that I was most like, so I picked a character that I wish I was. Geralt of Rivia.
Oh. Except it would kind of suck to be him, because he has, like, no emotions.
But he's pretty badass, though, gotta admit.
Yeah.
He traded his soul, like, basically
his soul
and stuff for, like, being a badass.
I'm just gonna lay it down and say I haven't seen The Witcher.
It's so good.
And I've only played a couple hours of the game, so...
That's also a really good game. Okay, most annoying video game character.
Eric Sparrow from Tony Hawk Underground 1. Kid was a cuck-ass.
Is that the one... Wait, do you remember the Tony Hawk character that was, like, in the wheelchair, and he was, like... completely like all bandaged up from
Yo, that was from Thug 2, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's like spinning around like
Yo.
that dude. But my real answer was Claptrap from Borderlands 2.
I haven't played Borderlands 2, so I can't relate, but he does sound annoying, just the name Claptrap. Question number 7. Favorite game couple? This one was tough.
I chose Waluigi and Wario.
Bro, that was a good one! I chose Link and Epona.
Yeah.
Easy. Because, like, they got chemistry for days.
Alright, best soundtrack.
Silent Hill 2. Anybody who knows me knows that I say Silent Hill 2 all day, 365 days of the year. That soundtrack is
that is a good one.
fucking gorgeous.
I'll agree. The instruments sound nice on it, yeah. I chose Castlevania Symphony of the Night because I really like a gothic, like Dracula's castle sound.
I totally respect that choice. I was actually going to put that, but you can't beat Silent Hill for soundtracks, honestly. Saddest game scene.
Ellie's dad's death in Last of Us.
That's a good answer. Mine was the end of Spider-Man. If anybody knows who's played that game, the end of that game is heartbreaking. No word of a lie, that's the first video game that I've actually cried while playing. Like, emotional
I love
stuff.
it when they can do that.
Emotional stuff.
Best gameplay.
I'm gonna say Red Dead 2 just so I can yeehaw!
I chose Apex Legends because I feel like the combat is super refined in that game, and the shooting, it feels amazing.
Gaming system of choice.
I'll go with PlayStation.
I'm gonna go with my PC because that shit changed my life ever since I got it. But if I'm gonna have to choose anything else, I would put GameCube up there because GameCube had some really solid titles that you should never forget about.
A game everyone should play.
Blasphemous, humble yourself.
Oh man. I chose Mario Party because pretty much anybody could enjoy that game.
Which Mario Party? There's like 20.
Take your pick.
There's so many good ones to choose
That's
from.
a bad thing to say because some of them are really good and some of them are really bad.
Mario Party 6.
I think the
Why
first
6?
3 are like top tier elite Mario Parties. A game you've played more than 5 times.
I don't know if this counts, but I put Dark Souls because I have to die and restart every like 10 seconds. So it feels like I'm playing it over and over again.
Imagine being stuck just playing that game forever and ever and ever and ever.
That's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm beating like pretty much the whole series.
Alright, well, a game that I played more than 5 times: Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Pokemon Crystal, Gold, and Silver, and also Oracle of Seasons. And also, as of recently, I guess Arkham Asylum, because I beat that game, I think 4 times now. Probably going to go on the 5th later this year, so I just squeezed that in there for some extra ones.
Current or most recent gaming wallpaper?
This guy right here, you've seen it. I just love the aesthetic of that. Just old PCs and, like, cozy rooms.
Mine is Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah.
We love Sonic in this house.
Yeah, he just looks cool.
Alright, post a screenshot from the game that you're playing right now.
I'm playing Final Fantasy VII and Dark Souls 3.
Alright, I'm gonna bring up this picture that I got from Blasphemous because it's the infamous boss I've been mentioning you about, that baby. If anyone who's played Blasphemous is versed the baby. It's a disgusting thing.
Game with the best cutscenes.
That one was kind of tough for me because a lot of good games are coming out recently with really good story.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say The Last of Us Part 1 strictly for the fact that was one of the first heavily story-rich games that I ever played. And the first game that I played on the PlayStation 4, and, like, that game just sucked me right in. I was so caught off and so, like, awestruck by everything in that game. So I'm going to choose that.
Good one. I chose Final Fantasy series. The cutscenes are so cool. I love it.
Who's your favorite antagonist?
Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad. It's a video game.
Shrek, the video game. Lord
Okay.
Farquaad.
Mine was the moon from Majora's Mask. He is scary MF.
or Sephiroth.
Who?
Sephiroth. Or Dracula. He's cool too. Favorite protagonist?
Alright, speaking of Dracula, just turn that word backwards and you got Alucard, Saint Badass the Second. That's my favorite protagonist.
Yeah, he's up there for me as well. But I chose Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah. Picture of a game setting you wish you lived in.
Minecraft with a realistic texture pack.
Oh, bro.
One of these.
The texture packs for Minecraft are top tier. Alright, that's where I kind of want to live.
Oh God!
Dark Souls 3.
No.
But you can't deny how nice that looks. Look at that sky that's orange and that sun that's... I was going to say the sun is on fire, but the sun's always on fire.
If you lived in that game, you'd be like a shriveled up soul, like curled up under that fucking bridge, just like dying all
Yeah, but at least I'd be around beautiful falling apart infrastructure and shit like that. Like, looks peaceful.
The souls in that world just constantly suffer.
Why am I like this?
It's the worst. Favorite genre of games?
Favorite genre of games? Currently, Metroidvania, but of all time, RPG.
I'm gonna say co-op survival games, such as like Valheim or Minecraft, because it's really fun to like play with your friends and like build things and survive hordes.
Game with the best story.
I have here The Last of Us.
I'm gonna put Arkham Knight. Say what you will about Arkham Knight's story. A lot of people can shit on it. But after reading the novel, the personal struggles that Batman deals with and shit like that, and how he comes to terms with it, like, he can't be Batman without everyone in his life having some serious repercussions. Like, it's such a deep and emotional story that I think is really good and is really underrated. And that's why I chose it for the best story. The ending got me a little fucked up when Batman did that thing, Operation Nightfall.
Game that you think has the best graphics or art style?
Oh, you skipped one. A game sequel that disappointed you.
Again, The Last of Us 2, because they didn't put multiplayer. And, like, the first one had it, and, like, you just beat the game and then you're done with it. You're like, okay.
Yo, I bet everyone watching this video will agree with you on that, like 100%. I don't really think I've seen too many, like, super positive reviews on that game. But I'm gonna go with the Devil May Cry 2, because when I was growing up playing Devil May Cry on PlayStation 1, I used to play that game like habitually all the time. Like, I had so many save files and I've seen the end of that game so many times. Getting the second one, it didn't strike the same chords as the first one did, so it kind of disappointed me low-key. Game that you think has the best graphics or art style?
Red Dead 2.
Ooh. I'm going to put it a tie between Arkham Knight and Blasphemous, because Arkham Knight, being 7 years after its release, is freaking gorgeous, mate. And yeah, Blasphemous is also just really captivating in its art style.
Favorite classic game?
A Link to the Past.
Probably Ocarina of Time. Yeah.
We might or might not have grown up on Zelda. A game that you plan on playing?
Baldur's Gate 3. I've played the early access, but I'm just going to wait till the whole thing's out now, and then I'm going to definitely be beating that game.
A game that I plan on playing is Hollow Knight, because Metroidvanias right now, I'm really jiving with those. And also all of the Dark Souls games, because
Oh God, you're going to regret that.
I know. It's basically the point of the game, just to throw you into hell.
It's great. I love it. Best voice acting.
Not trying to sound a little biased here, being all like, because I'm wearing a Batman shirt, and I've said Batman like 3 times, but bro, Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill in the Arkham series, like, they've went through all of the DC animated universe, well, most of the Batman animated movies and shows together, so they've had a lot of experience throughout the years, and they honestly nail the roles and they perfect the roles, so best voice acting goes to them.
I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy VII. Just the characters are really likable. Their voicing has a lot of emotion.
Should throw that on there for a game that I want to play next, because damn,
It's really good.
most epic scene ever.
I went with God of War Baldur's Death because it's so cool with the Earth Serpent and Freya, his mother, like, fighting for his life. It's so epic.
That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go with killing Ganon at the end of Ocarina of Time. Like, being a kid with all the hard work that I put into that game and all the countless hours that I put into it, beating that fucking boss once and for all, that was probably the best feeling ever, man. Like,
I felt that. That's pretty much how every boss in Dark Souls feels when you beat it. You're like, yes, I finally did it. Yes. Favorite game developer?
I'm gonna go with Rocksteady Studios, because the Arkham series is a masterpiece, or Rockstar. Anything with rock in the name.
Rockstar is awesome. I went with Larian because they have a really nice connection with their fans, and they do a lot of like updating, staying connected to the community, and they show you behind the scenes stuff, so that's really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. A game that you thought you wouldn't like but ended up loving.
Minecraft.
I went with the Infamous series because both of those games, I never really thought that I was going to be like really into them, and then I played it, and whew, boy, was I in for a rude awakening. Those games kick ass! Where's the third one at? Come on, guys. We waiting.
Favorite game of all time.
My favorite game of all time. You wanna say what years it is on the count of 3, and we'll say it at the same time. We'll see. We'll see what our answers are.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Skate 3.
3.
Oh, what the really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good choice, man. It's a good choice. That was my choice. If you haven't heard.
Skaterboarding.
Ooh, there's endless amount of hours put into that game, and yes,
Yeah.
skateboarding.
And the online was good.
That game was just good.
Yeah.
Can't wait for Skate 4.
Skate 4, which will never happen, but is announced, but I don't count on it.
Shouts out to EA for being so liable. Alright guys, so that was our video of the 30 gamer questions where we grill each other on these super in-depth questions on video games. Hopefully you guys liked our answers. Comment below which one of us has the better taste in video games or has the worst taste, or if you liked our answers. Alright, so my name's Freddie Savage. This is Fernie Mac from the internet. It's been a time, and we'll see you next time on the Freddie Fern Show.
Bye, guys.